What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Sleepy.
Why are you so sleepy, Arnes?
I didn't sleep good. I had to wake up to take the kids to work. I mean, it sucks.
I had to wake up twice with the baby in the middle of the night, and I'm not tired at all. I'm also hopped up on a bunch of caffeine, so that might be your own reason, too.
Yeah.
I woke up like at 8 o'clock. I was like, monsters. Good to go. But anyways, what you guys are here for today is our top 5 most disappointing worst figures of 2022.
Should be easy, ditto.
Yeah, these are figures that just, figures, statues, collectibles that I picked up this year that were just like, to me, wasn't as impressive as I thought they could be, or one of them being in particular something that I wasn't that happy about getting to begin with, but I felt like I kind of needed to get it, so I got it, and lo and behold, wasn't that satisfied with it. Can you guess which one? Even though we're going to probably talk about it when we get to the figure. But anyways, I guess we'll start with number 5. I don't think I really had any honorable mentions. Most everything else is pretty satisfactory.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe the Monster X, because it was come to find out. Okay, you can be honorable mention. Is this guy came in missing a shoulder piece?
And Steve's not the only one from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it seems like that's not an uncommon issue. So, I'm currently waiting to hear about a resolution. Whatever it is, if I end up having to keep the figure, maybe I get store credit or something, I'm just going to pop off this other shoulder and call it a day, because it's not like you really see it underneath all the armoring, but
you have to pay.
It sucks, especially for how much you pay for these things.
You have to pay very close attention to see it.
Yeah, so it definitely hurt. Number 5, though, also equally hurt.
He's got him somewhere back there.
Somewhere. Found one piece.
He thinks I'm going to cut this out, but I'm not.
3 piece. Oh, you better.
No.
You need to edit this video hard. Anyways, what I have here in particular is the Mondo statue of the Attack Peter figure. This is their like museum limited quality run line. And I was going to grab the Hanna-Barbera one because I actually I like the Attack Peter stuff.
Yeah.
I like him as an artist, which is one of the reasons I still have this thing in my collection. But this one in particular had probably the most quality cultural issues I've had on a collectible this year. Even with Monster X coming and missing stuff.
It's still better than this.
It's still better than, oh, you guys hopefully can see, but we got runny glue seam, paint is choppy, hit the miss in certain sections, the paint bubbled in some of these, and if I'm going to be honest, it is not the most cleanest constructed collectible I've gotten, which sucks.
The design is
again,
cool.
Yeah, the design's sweet, and I love the artist, but when I complained about this on Instagram, the artist actually got a hold of me and was apologizing for the company. And was saying, like, hey, you can get a hold of them and hopefully get another one. To be honest, I didn't really want to get another one. If I'm going to do anything, I'll probably just touch this thing on myself. Problem is, this thing was $120. If I remember right. It isn't cheap. And it has this many issues. The stand is the heaviest thing out of this entire figure.
And it's light.
Yeah, but it's got a little bit of heft to it. Unlike this is just hollow vinyl.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The stand is the heaviest, and it's
then it's like, it comes with this plate, but it just kind of sits. It doesn't hook to anything, which kind of bugs me. So, like, you could lose this pretty easily.
You made the tail magnetic. Might as well make the little piece magnetic, too.
Right? And then, like, it's magnetic, but it doesn't stand very well, which is another complaint. And for me, this kind of, like, put the nail in the coffin for me wanting to buy any more of these. Because I bought the Hanna-Barbera one, because it was Hanna-Barbera. But I wasn't excited at the price point. Got it in. Didn't feel like it was worth it. Lo and behold, this one really didn't feel like it was worth it.
Something worse came out.
It's like when the pop-up parades that like Good Smiles do that are like $40 are so much better quality than what I got here. The only thing you're really paying for is this being limited.
Yeah.
And to me, wasn't really worth it.
It was limited crap.
Yep. But still hang on to it because I like the artist. It reminds me of that. But for the most, it's like, I have it at number 5 because I can look at it on my shelf and I'm not like mad about it because I'm like, hey, I like the artist. But initially when I got it, it was relatively annoying. But for number 4, I guess we're gonna go with these guys because they were. I was debating, but we'll start here. I only grabbed 2 of them, but these are the Mezco Godzilla figures.
What the hell happened to them?
Well, they hang out on the bottom shelf in my living room, and the cat I think was rubbing on them.
Oh,
So the Godzilla's kind of
it's
covered.
a cat scratcher.
But what I got here is the Mezco Godzilla's figures from the Destroy Monsters set. Particularly the second one was the one I had the biggest offense with the figures quality being really hit and miss. I had to repaint every single one of these because, like, Anguirus, like half his spines were missing paint. There was chipping. His head was like warped spikes, and it sucks. I had to put so much effort into these things when, again, I'm spending like $80 a set on $90 a set on these.
If you guys are interested in getting some, they're on Entertainment Earth on clearance. Just put.
Yeah, they're also cheaper to get a hold of than what I paid for now.
I think
so
it's like $50.
At that price, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like at that price, yeah, sure, go for it. When I paid full price for these,
You should definitely go to FYE and pay $120. I think it is.
oh God, no. What's cool about these is if you like customizing,
It's a thing for you.
yeah, they're fun. They're fun, and easy to paint, and you kind of do what you want with them, which works for me. Wasn't what I originally intended to buy them for. And currently, unlike the Mondos, I'm not officially turned off of these things. Like this kind of hurt, but like the Hedorah set was all right. The Malther set was all right.
If they put out a wave you want, you'll get it.
Yeah, again, they're not the best quality figures I've ever gotten, but they're cool and they don't take that much shelf space. So, again, wasn't really the fact that they were like horrible figures, but just disappointed with what I got. For number 3, this one was like, I was really excited about it, which we have the Gundam Universe Master Gundam.
I don't understand his obsession with Gundam figures.
I like Gundam. It's G Gundam, the best Gundam. So I had to get them.
G, Q, all the same.
I don't think there's a Q Gundam. There's an A Gundam.
Give it a minute. They'll take
One
on
of
my
these
idea.
times. And to be honest, it's a solid looking figure. It looks pretty good. Biggest gripe I have with this is just in terms of the overall construction of the figure. Try to bend his knees.
You got a little wiggle. Nah, 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 nah. You got a little bit there. What do you... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, after like stressing the top of the knee joint out in order to do
I
that.
see what you mean. Oh, I'll break this if I move this one. Does it break?
No, it's just causing more and more damage to the armor plating every time you do it.
No, I don't want to pay for it.
But right here you can see this plastic piece here gets in the way. And I have to like force the knee past it. And all I'm doing, all I'm doing now is I'm just scuffing the crap out of this leg every time I go to pose it. Which, for a figure from an anime based solely around martial arts and doing kicks and fancy moves,
How much you pay for that thing?
that's $20 or 25. I think they went up $5.
Oh, and it went up?
That sucks. I would say in terms of overall design, this is probably the worst figure I've gotten all year.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Because it looks cool, and I love like the different tones of coloring, and it just, again, it's one of those like staying on my shelf. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna hang out here. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I can't really like do as much with it as I really wanted to originally. I still might panel line it and stuff.
Trash it. It's $25. You're not losing
it's one of those like the reason why I have it at number 3 instead of some of the other ones is that, well, for starters, at least it was cheap. So
Next 2 are exciting. Because I agree with number 2 for sure. I think it's just a stupid thing. And then number 1, oh.
Alright, so for number 2, what these were are the Power Rangers Lightning Collections Red and Yellow Ranger. Came as a 2-pack, which are based off of the IDW. Was it IDW? No, Boom Comics. When Trini and Jason swapped their
Penises.
Sure. Swapped their Ranger colors. So she was the Red Ranger for a bit, he was the Yellow Ranger, and that's what is being represented here. Problem is, one thing I have an issue with is this was like a clear cash grab figures. They were like, how can we sell even more of these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figures to people? I know, let's just take 2 heads that I think are different than what we got originally, but we are, like, if you're buying these, you're already Trini and Jason heads galore. We can swap them, change the coloring on these guys, and then resell them to people.
And there will be Steves out there that will buy them.
Thing is, and the one thing I think that is just the most infuriating, because it's like, they didn't need a new body for either of these, because like this is just Yellow Ranger body, but just painted red. This is Red Ranger body, male body, just painted yellow. And then they just swapped out the belts. The thing is they didn't do anything with the helmets. So Red Ranger helmet is gigantic on this figure. Yellow Ranger helmet is
tiny,
not as big as it probably should be. Could they have maybe changed the scaling on these a little bit?
Nah, that's extra money, Steve.
Right? That's literally it. It costs more to make a new head.
It's so weird because his head is so big.
I have it like this because that's the way I want it to be, but it actively kind of bugs me. And I might just put the actual characters' heads on them.
Call it a day.
Yeah, even though I don't want them. But
no, you gotta leave it like that. It looks like a big bobblehead.
It does. It sucks. And like I said, this is like the one thing I already, like, when I was buying, I'm like, should I buy these? They look like, you could tell on the packaging that they didn't change the heads. And like, it was just stupid. But then I was like, but a female Red Ranger would be kind of cool to have. And it just kind of what sold me on it. But
Number 1.
I'm not happy about it.
Number 1 is the greatest thing that came out this year. I don't even see why Steve put it on the bottom.
Alright, so for number 1, probably I would say it was my favorite stream of the year. Maybe not my personal... I have fond memories of this stream. I just remember this stream very well. And that was because with this toy line, we got him in, we unboxed him, and then we had limbs glued to each other. Limbs glued to tails. We had
still like these figures.
Missing limbs out of the packaging. And what I mean is the NECA Alien Fire Team figures. Any in general, I don't have the one missing the arm anymore. This one's actually probably the best one we got in terms of overall not having an issue.
So what happened is when we ordered these, when we got
this one still has like a loose head.
Parts are loose, glued together. I think mine.
Yeah, your runner is like the tail and the leg were fused.
Fused together. There's paint missing. There's body parts missing.
Yeah, well, it was like my
Then they increased the price and shrunk the figures.
Oh yeah, it was my Buster. And that's probably my biggest thing, because even if this thing was what I would say, like, if they all came perfect, they're small.
Yeah.
In comparison to like a normal Aliens figure, which I could just grab a random dude off here.
There we go.
We have a Warrior.
Look at that.
Like, it's so much bigger. And I granted, like, inflation, yada, 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 but I don't...
Increase the price, leave the same size. Don't shrink it and increase the price.
Yeah, and then it's not even like this comes with accessories. Like, you want to grab the Demona?
No, that's a different list.
You can still grab it. Just to show...
Alright, what am I doing with her? I'm grabbing her.
Alright, hand her over.
You can see the wing.
That's all you get. She's cheaper!
It's mind-blowing.
This one was about 40-ish bucks. I think someplace you get for like 35. She was also 35 at Target. And she is a bigger figure. She also comes with accessories. She comes with extra heads. She is what I would consider an ultimate. This is not the same value.
This is ultimate trash.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
like...
so pissed because I have so many of them. I ordered some, and then Steve bought me some. So I was like, I just buy them. And I went to cancel my order. They never canceled it. So now I have 2 sets of each.
Well, that's when you unbox them and then you just put them with Marines. Oh, what you do is you buy the higher Marines so that they're smaller and they work better with these.
Yeah, they would actually work with that.
Even though then this alien would dwarf that guy, but at least it would look cool. So this was easily like the thing I was probably the most excited about picking up, because I'm like, oh sweet, new alien figures. I actually like the game. And then after getting up, like, after we got Arnes set in, I was playing around, we were messing around with it, it was just like, this doesn't really seem worth it. And then after opening a full, like, a set and a half worth of them, and then each of them all having
It didn't get better.
Yeah.
Doesn't get better.
Instantly, like, I'm not buying any of these. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I ended up with 2 sets of each. Sadly.
Looks like you got one open set, one closed set. Perfect. You can put one on, you can display them.
All I need now is Rochelle to buy me a set. That'd be fucking great.
Right? But let us know in the comment section below what was your guys' least favorite figure collectible that you bought this year.
Should be dead if you bought that, like us, if you were stupid enough.
Right? I heard some people actually like these things. Not for the price.
Well, technically, I can't complain because mine are still in the box, so I can't see if it's loose, missing paint, fused together.
Yeah, right. Like, this one was the best one because I bought this one. I skipped the runner, but I bought the spitter and the burster. The burster was the one missing the arm, and the spitter, like, its leg ripped
See,
off.
Steve's stupid. Steve, you're so stupid. It's a burster. Of course it's missing a leg. He's halfway process of exploding. You just didn't get that concept at that time.
So it's kind of like a blind box figure. You don't know what limbs you're going to get.
Yeah, see?
Which seemed to be a decent trend this year of stuff coming in and missing parts and stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on with the China factories, but I think we need a little bit more management in certain areas.
I was going to say something, but I was like, yeah, we'll just have to cut it later, so I'm not.
Yeah. Keeping this family friendly.
Yeah.
Anyways. Help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like you about the video channel, donate. Would greatly appreciate it. And again, if you guys like to pick up some of these figures, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Don't believe us that this thing was kind of meh? They have them in stock.
Buy them.
Yeah, go buy some alien figures for yourself.
We might hammer a pack. Or 2.
Maybe you want to go get some good stuff. Like, I don't know, I think Demona came out, was a general release eventually.
Yeah.
But they have the gargoyle stuff. The gargoyle stuff's pretty sweet. Same with the last Ronin stuff from NECA. Also really sweet. Go buy that stuff. It's so much better. And see you guys in the next video.